Alright there guys, welcome to Round 6 NRL predictions. Let's take a look at the ladder. Penrith Panthers 5 from 5, crushing teams at the moment. Followed by the Roosters, the Rabbits, the Dragons and the Eels, hot on their heels. Then we've got the Storm, Titans and Raiders closing out that top 8. So last week I picked one upset, there ended up being 3 upsets. Football fantasy is completely off the rails this year. But Round 6 I think we can make a perfect 8 from 8. Starting with Thursday night's match, the Broken Broncos against the Black Panthers. The only question here is it going to be 13 plus or 1 to 12 for the Panthers? The Broken Broncos, they're starting to patch it together, but they're just kind of opening their eyes coming out of their coma. They're a sleeping giant, but at the moment they're up against the greatest rugby league team on planet Earth, the Black Panthers. So 13 plus we're going for on that one. Friday night, here we go. Knights Sharks. I know everyone's going for the Sharks on this one, but the Knights have got some dudes coming back. Bradman Best, Safidi, Kurt Mann, and the Sharkies are without the wild colonial boy this week. So the question is, are the Knights still a top 8 team? I mean, a lot of heat on that position from the Titans and the Skull Dragons this year. If you think they're top 8, you got to go for the Knights. If you don't think they're top 8, you got to go for the Sharks. And I think I'm going for the Knights, 1 to 12. Next one, Friday, we're going grand final preview, possibly. Storm Roosters. Red Roosters have some good odds here, paying $3.25, but they're playing down there in Melbourne, and Melbourne have got nobody out. They've got Pappy Van Winkle. They're in good form at the moment, let's face it. The Red Roosters, they do what they do, and I like what they've got with this little dude, Billy the Kid. 18 years old, playing halfback in the NRL. You know, maybe he pulls a rabbit out of his hat and does something here. But that's a big question mark. I think we've got to stick with the Storm, and we'll go 1 to 12 on that one. Then Saturday's match. Oh, I'm pumped up about this one. The Sea Eagles against the Gold Coast Titans. Now, the GC is favourites here, big favourites. They're playing out in Mudgee. That's not Mudgee Bar, that's like whoop whoop out. I don't know what they're doing out there, but the big thing here is Tommy Trust No Bitch is back in the team. So, you might want to take those odds for the Sea Eagles. I'm definitely thinking about it, especially because I've had some issues trying to pick the Titans games this year. I pick them, they lose. I don't pick them, they win. But just looking at the team sheet and just looking at the forward pack of the Titans, I think I'm going to tip the GC, and we're going to go for a 1 to 12. But I'm a little bit nervous seeing Trust No Bitch back on the field. Next game Saturday, we've got the Bunnies and the Tigers. Tigers, they lost last week in an upset. They normally don't get flogged, but the Bunnies have the potential to open up any team on planet Earth at the moment. So, yeah, we've got to go Bunnies. Probably going to have to say 1 to 12, just because I respect those Tigers. Then, my favourite game of the round, we've got the Green Machine up against the Slippery Eels. Both of these teams have been slipping a little bit lately, haven't looked their best. And CNK is out for the Green Machine, Dylan Brown out for the Eels. Really tough one. I could see this going either way, to be honest, but I'm going with the heart on this one, and my heart says the Green Machine. The Canberra Raiders down there in the ACT with the Viking Horn, the son of Ragnar. They're just going to do something and hopefully get the big victory against the Slippery Eels. 1 to 12, I'll say on that one. Then Sunday's match. This is a really nice one. The Skull Dragons. How about these guys? They're just turning on the highlights week in, week out. They're up against the Warriors, the yo-yo team. They've lost 2 on the bounce, so it should be their time to win and get the upset here. But the Skull Dragons, I mean, when the music's playing, people are dancing. So I think I'm going to stick with Skull Dragons here. You know what? Clune is in great touch. The forward pack of the Warriors is a bit scary. Look at some of these dudes. They're pretty scary, but maybe this is like I want a field goal type of overtime situation, but I'm going to stick with the Skull Dragons here, 1 to 12, because they have been producing. And final game of the round, we got the Cowboys against the Bulldogs from up there in Townsville. Now, this could be a wooden spoon clash, or probably is, but the big thing here is, where is he? JT Reloaded is back in the team. Look at that smile. That is what Cowboys fans are feeling right now. They're up against the Cellar Dwellers. They should be able to get the victory here. It's not a guarantee because they have been playing some shocking football, and Baby Hammer is out of this one. So yeah, maybe could go either way. Could maybe do a sneaky multi with the Bulldogs in it. But, I think the guy who's been producing is this guy, Scott Drinkwater, the most hydrated dude in the league. He's been bringing some highlights. We're going to go with the Cowboys, 1-12 on this one. So just a recap. Panthers, 13+. Knights, 1-12. Storm, 1-12. Titans, 1-12. Rabbits, 1-12. Raiders, 1-12. Dragons, 1-12. And Cowboys, 1-12. Just close games all around. I did pick an upset because I reckon come game time, the Sharks are probably going to be favourites, but I'm going to go with the underdogs here, the Knights. Not too confident with this one. I think the Ski Eagles and Trust No Bitch could do something. Also think maybe the Warriors are due and the Eels they're a slippery team, so tough round. I mean, things could go sideways, but I'm putting my hand in the fire, and that's the picks for this week. Classic footy. Best of luck. Catch up next Wednesday, guys, and drop some Bitcoins on this round 6. Okay, latest.